So I got 2 poles today. I got them just set up the first. I'll set up the second one here in a second, but just at the end, it's just like a little egg sinker, and then maybe like 18 inches to 2 foot. Above it, I have just a snell hook, number 6 or 8, I'm not sure, whatever was on there, and then it's just tied to the line using polymer knot. So I'm just gonna chuck that out there, let it sit, and then get my other pole out there. Give her the old hee-ho. Not incredibly far, but far enough. Reel it in a little bit so there's no slack. And then I'm going to start setting up this other. Now, that'll work right there on the rock. And I'll see if that gets bit from my chair. And I'm going to keep my other pole in my hand so I can feel the bites. So now I have 2 poles in the water. I stopped getting bites, and this worm looks a little worse for wear, so I'm going to change it, put a fresh worm on there, because he ain't got no dangle left in him. And then hopefully the bites will start turning on again. It is pretty chilly out here. I have 2 jackets on and a long sleeve shirt, sweatpants, the whole 9 yards, net gaiter, winter hat, and it's still pretty freaking cold. Chum the water a little bit with that one. I got a little halfie right here from the other one. I usually just give them two hooks, and that's how I've been having luck. So just hook twice. Let's hope they're biting. Come on, boys and girls. Good cast, good cast. And then let's see if the new worm was just what I needed. I have a feeling it was. And then we'll just sit and wait for the bites. Nothing yet, but we got all day. Think I'm getting a bite. I thought it was. It was just a nibble, I guess. Oh, son of a bit. Bit. My warm off. It was getting bites. It was getting them. They were all over it. Hey. Oh, I got a bite, but I didn't have my GoPro on. It just died. But a big rainbow. Hooked right on the lip. So looks like we're eating trout today. That might be the biggest trout I've seen out of this lake. I'd say he's... Ooh, his beehole is bleeding. Look at that. Oh, he's a little beat up too, but he'll eat. Looks like part of his gill plate is missing. It is. He's all cut up back here. His little adipose tail is all messed up. His beehole is bleeding. Looks like this fish got raped. but I'm gonna eat them. Well, that sucks that you guys didn't see like the hook set and all that, and pretty much got to see it on shore, but either way, I'm happy with it. I am happy to have a fish that I can now catch and cook. I did the catching. We'll do the cooking later. I'm gonna keep going though, just because, I mean, from what I've heard, walleye is a much better tasting fish. And this lake does have walleye, but at least we got the skunk out of the boat, so let's see if we can get another one. So look at this pole. I'm pretty sure I'm getting a bit on it. Something's going on. I seen it. Let's see. Can't tell. Yep, there's one on there. Something smaller. Yep, got another. What is that? Another rainbow. And I got him on the gulp minnow. So I'm debating if I want to keep him or not. Just because the limit's 2 for this lake. So I'm debating if I can do better and put them back or just keep 2 my limit. I think I'm just gonna keep them because I don't know how much longer I'll be here. Look, hold on. Put this one down. Something's on this pole right here. Do you eat trout? I can't keep any more if it's a trout.
Well, how many you got, 4?
I think it's a limit 2 per person.
Oh yeah, what you using? Power bait?
This one I got a gulp minnow, and then I'm using worms on the other one.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what it is. It's another trout. Oh, and he's a bleeder. Oh. Sorry, bud. I'm gonna try to revive him. I don't think he'll make it though. Yeah, he's bleeding still. he's got blood clots coming out of his gills. He ate it too deep. Go. I'll just leave him there. And if he goes, he goes. If not, something's going to eat him because I got my 2 trout already. Alright, so I'm back at the house. Gonna clean the fish. Fillet it. I think I have the recipe I want to do. I'm doing this outside because the lighting in my house sucks. I've set up the camera in a couple different spots and it's really dark. So, I stepped outside. I guess I'm going to take the head off first. I'll attempt to. And he's dead. He was in the ice chest. And he did. Oh, he pooped. Oh, I squeezed poo out. I squeezed the poo out. And he's really slippery, so I want to do this preferably without cutting my fingers. Let's see. This is specifically what I'm talking about. If you have a better way to... oh, you should hold the fish like this so he doesn't slip around. That would be cool. So, a little fish head. Racing bucket. Just rip all this stuff out. So I'm going to just try to go down the front like this. Okay. This is a mess. It's slippery. Again, trying not to cut my fingers off. I'm trying to move quick because even though it was super cold this morning, it's kind of hot because I don't really want the fish to be out here in the sun too long. Okay, I guess those are the pin boats. I think I did pretty good. I don't know to be honest actually. Hey, let's rip that off. Remember, if there's an easier way or a better way to do anything I'm doing right now, please let me know in the comments below. I just did the same thing where I kind of this. So, I don't know, like a half pound of meat, if that. 3 fillets, boneless, ugly, but I think it'll do. I think it'll do. So I guess my next step is to cut them up into nuggets. Trout size nuggets is my goal here. It's gonna be so boom, 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 boom. Here, 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 here. I'm just gonna cut that guy off for aesthetics. Alright, so as far as recipes go, there's one that stuck out to me, and a lot of people use it to try to cover up fish taste. And for my first time eating fish, I don't want it to be so fishy that I hate it and it ruins future experiences. So, with that being said, I got some Frank's Red hot sauce. I got the wing sauce. I don't know if that matters or not. I actually really didn't pay attention to. They just said Frank. On a lot of videos, everyone says use Frank's Red hot sauce, marinate it, and then fry it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give that a healthy coating of the Frankies. Yeah. Okay, zipper up. And then I'm just going to stick that in the fridge, let it marinate for a couple hours, and we'll be back. So I ended up taking a nap yesterday. After I got done filleting the fish, I was pretty tired, so I slept for like 16 hours, so little nap. But that gave the trout a chance to marinate in the Frank's barbecue sauce, or Frank's Red hot sauce, for about 24 hours. So I always thought trout was supposed to be pink. You can see this is kind of white. I'm not sure if that's the trout or if that's from marinating or why that is. But I just went to the old local market and picked up some Louisiana fish fry. This was already seasoned, so everything else was unseasoned. So I figured I'd try this. And then we'll go to like a medium-high heat. Medium, I don't know. Like I said, I've never done this before, but you're gonna be right there with me. I just got some vegetable oil because that's what I normally cook with. I don't know if fish is better in like peanut, canola, all that other oil. If you think there's a difference, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely try it again in a different oil. So, not too much oil in there, just enough to, I mean, they're small nuggets, so just enough to have them sink halfway, I guess, so I can flip them. Got the breading taken care of. Yes, we'll wait on the oil to heat up real quick. The oil's been going for possibly like 10 minutes, so I'm sure it's got to be done. So I'm going to get a little bowl. To dump these out in, just so I can try to grab them individually. You know what? Let's just go in. So, this is what they look like going in, just little chunks. Bite size. see, there's 4 right now. So let's just do them. I'm gonna get dirty anyway, so I guess just roll them around in there, get them all nice and coated. So I got this seasoning because it was seasoned. Everything else was wasn't seasoned. And since this is my first time doing this, I figured I'd just do something that had seasoning on it already. So let's go ahead and put them in. Ooh, bubbling. Yep, still have to wait. Ooh. So it was definitely hot enough. I'm just going to let these 4 cook right now. Might need to turn it down a little bit. Yeah, it's popping everywhere, so let's see, I'm going to empty this out right here. Or at least the sauce right here. That seems to be better. Draining all the sauce. That way I can start picking out these last pieces. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it smells like Frank's hot sauce. I mean, that's all I smell. Last 1 and 2. And then the last one going in. Pretty sure that's it. Flip them. These are pretty small, and just based on the looks, I think those ones could be a little overdone, but it's a learning process, so let's go ahead and get these ones coated up. So note to self, I didn't need to use that whole bag of seasoning. Probably just even a quarter would have been fine. Okay. So let's take these ones out first. I don't think they should take very long. I don't know, like I said, I've never done this. How long do you guys cook fish for? I mean, these are just little pieces, so I don't imagine they'd be too long. Maybe a minute on each side, maybe that's too much, I don't know. We'll find out. So I turn the oil down. That seems to be doing a little bit better, I think, actually. That's done. I don't know about you guys, but I like to kind of always keep a clean surface and keep everything clean as I'm cooking. That way when you're done, it's less of a cleanup. Alright, so these last ones did get a little bit dark, so I'm going to try to aim for not as dark. I mean, they look good. I mean, I hope they taste good. Like I said, I've never had fish before. So I'm going to turn it off because I'm only going to give them a couple more seconds in there. The top looks good, a nice golden brown. Definitely not as dark as the last batch. So I'm glad I did them in 2 batches. So, let's see. So that's, I don't know if the camera's going to focus or not, but look, they're piping hot. That's the kind of golden brown I'm looking for. This was the last one. It was a little bit bigger, so I'll let him just go a little bit longer. But got them dripping on a little paper towel to catch the rest of the grease. I mean, they look good. They look appetizing. They really do. These were the 4 that kind of got burnt, I guess, if you would call it that. But these look golden brown. I'm going to give them just a minute to cool off so I'm not burning my mouth, but let's go try them. I got my batch fried up, just like 10 or 12 little nuggets. That was just from the ones Trout, the smaller one. It was about 12 inches. I mean, they almost look like, just like chicken nuggets. I mean, the consistency, golden brown. These were the ones that got a little bit darker. So you can tell they're just a little bit darker. But I guess we'll start with one of these guys. Again, this is my first time eating fish. Let's see. So, first thing you taste is just a really strong Frank's Red Hot sauce. Very strong Frank's Red Hot sauce. Second thing you taste is that seasoning, which is really good. Then once you're done, you can kind of aftertaste of, I guess, what fish, I don't know what you call it, but like I said, I've never eaten fish, but so how would I know what fish tastes like? But especially if it's covered up in flavors. But this is really good. This is really good. I'm actually really surprised, like, because every time I've eaten fish, or not eaten fish, but like caught fish, you know, my hands would stink or smell like lake water, so I kind of almost assumed like that's what they would taste like. But no, That is really good. I'm actually really surprised. I went into this really hungry. Like, I woke up at 6 a.m. and it's about 3 p.m. right now. And this is the first thing I've eaten. I purposely went in super hungry so it would taste better, essentially. Because hunger is the best sauce. But let's try one of these, I guess, burnt pieces. I don't know if it's burnt, but oh yeah, there's a difference in taste on these ones. Like, the fish is drier, for sure. And you can taste the burn on the, you can taste the burn in the breading. Other than that, I mean, like, the burnt of the breading is worse than the burnt of the fish. So, but it's just drier. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way this came out. I'm gonna finish these because I'm starving. But if you'd like to see more videos of me catching and cooking other fish, or you want to see a certain recipe, maybe you have a different recipe, because this was actually really good, so I'd like to try other things. So if you have any other recipes for me to try, drop that in the comments below. So if you liked the video and want to see more, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.